some of the poetic devices that Seamus Heaney employs in this, they are beautifully done. They're great examples of the form imitating the content. The form, of course, is the way the poem is written, and the content of the poem is what is actually written. So the way in which Heaney writes this imitates and enhances what he is actually writing about. And poetry, when it's at its best, this is for me the difference between poetry and prose, the form imitating content element of it. Let's give you a few examples. This Snowdrops and candles soothe the bedside part I mentioned earlier. Now, Heaney wants to go into the room, the poet Heaney who's writing the poem, he wants to explain to us what it was like to walk into the room where his younger dead brother lay in a very tranquil, serene state. And he does this with this line: "Snowdrops and candles soothe the bedside. I saw him for the first time in 6 weeks." Paler now. And he achieves this feeling of tranquility and serenity in us, the reader, as we read it. Because as we read those lines, we are using sounds which create the feeling of tranquility and serenity in us. For example, he uses sibilance a lot. Sibilance. Now, sibilance is the use of repeated S sounds. It does more than one thing. If you wanted to write a poem about the sea, you may wish to have crash, bash, smash, swash, the waves crashed on the shore, the crashed on the shore. The sh sounds sound like the sounds of the sea. Also, for example, if you wrote a poem about a snake, you may want lots of hiss, hiss, hiss sounds in it. D.H. Lawrence's poem Snake has lots of double S hissing sounds in it. But also, if you want to create a feeling of quiet in a poem, sibilance is very useful for this, because as the reader reads the poem, they're going shh, shh, shh. So it's almost as if, as I read the poem, I'm holding a finger to my lips going shh. So I don't read the poem loudly. If I read it loudly, it wouldn't sound right. Snowdrops and candles soothed the bedside. I saw him for the first time in 6 weeks. These aren't words which you feel comfortable shouting, because the sibilance is telling you to shh as you do it. Also note the way he uses long vowel sounds. Long vowel sounds, imagine the sentence: "The baby waded slowly through the water." All the vowels are long. The baby waded slowly through the water. Which means it's very difficult to say that sentence quickly. The baby waded slowly through the water. It just doesn't sound right. You say it slowly. In this line, Heaney creates this feeling of tranquility and serenity for us by giving us a line that we feel uncomfortable reading loudly and uncomfortable reading quickly. We must read it as "Snowdrops and candles soothe the bedside. I saw him for the first time in 6 weeks." Paler now. It's wonderfully done, and I explained that to somebody once, and they said, "Do you think he did that deliberately?" Well, yeah, it took me less than 5 minutes to explain it to you. You now know how to do it. I'm sure that Seamus Heaney can do that with his brain closed.